Firstly, to the Minister, the idea of an East Coast gas reservation scheme does have a few friends on the progressive side of politics. The Australian Institute, who backed the Coalition's idea, probably surprising friends for Mr O'Brien. David Pocock's advocated for something similar. The Greens have made similar noises. Can you rule out considering an East Coast reservation scheme should you be re-elected?
Yeah, thanks, Tom, because what we've done is, I think the closest thing we have to a reservation is our policy, which is the gas code of conduct, which the opposition opposed. That is what has seen 640 petajoules of gas supply added domestically. So that is the closest thing we have to a reservation. It's not technically a reservation. I think it's the closest thing, much closer than Mr O'Brien's offering, which is, we now know, based on the evidence on the document he released yesterday, an incentive, not a reservation at all. So yes, I mean, I think the principle that there should be enough Australian gas for Australian users is a sound one. That's why we've taken the difficult decision to introduce the gas code of conduct. Wasn't easy, was controversial. Opposition and others opposed it. Opposition and the Greens opposed it, but we managed to get it through, and it has seen those 640 petajoules flow, and I think that's appropriate because we do need to ensure the right amount of gas for Australian industrial users in particular, as well as electricity and home heating, but industry is what really, I think, drives the need, and that's a good thing. So my answer to that would be, in effect, we have tackled that problem with the gas code of conduct.
And just briefly for Mr O'Brien, should the Coalition fall short at this election, and I know there's still weeks to go in this election campaign, would you end your advocacy for nuclear power? Would you take that as a rejection by the Australian people of nuclear energy?
Well, firstly, can I say that is a wild hypothetical.
Not as such, but...
Look, we are looking at pouring more gas in the short term and introducing nuclear in the near term, not because we're driven by polls, but because, hand on heart, that's in our national interest. It is the right thing to do. It is why other countries all around the world are now introducing nuclear energy. It's in Australia's interest, and therefore we have no intention of changing our view on that. We'll always have to focus on what is right for Australia.
If everything gets kicked back 3 years, which is what it would mean in that wild hypothetical, would it be too late at that point?
Tom, you're getting even more wild here. So, look, I don't want to tempt the suggestion that we should be delaying action here. Australia is already behind the 8 ball when it comes to zero emissions nuclear energy. The sooner we get going, the better. We have to remember that even though nuclear will take a good decade before it comes online, even so it has proven around the world to be the fastest way to decarbonise electricity grids, faster than any other form of technology through the historical examples. So we can't delay, we need to get on with it. And again, remembering it's not just about nuclear, it's working as a balanced energy mix with renewables, with gas.